Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and today we're playing Ninefold Promise, a visual novel. Let's start the game. Also, this is made for Yandere Game Jam 2025. Choose your pronouns, save or load. You know, I'm more of a save kind of guy. I don't really get loaded up, you know? Excuse me. Okay, he, himmer. It's me, chat. Okay, there we go. I woke up slowly. The warmth of another body pressed against me. For a moment, it felt comforting. Familiar, even. Excuse me, I woke up next to somebody. But as my eyes adjusted to the dim light filtering through the curtains, my pulse began to quicken. Yo, hey, yo. I'm a player, chat. You know I wake up to someone every day. All I remembered was waking up from a nap beside my boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. Wait a minute. The realization sent ice through my veins, and I froze. My breathing hitched, and I forced myself to stay still. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe I was still dreaming. Oh no. He's hot! But then he stirred beside me, his arm tightening around my waist.
Good morning.
Okay, bro, you're a little excited. You're a little excited, brother. You're a little excited. Let's turn that down. Okay. A little excited was not me either. I was not ready for that either, chat. Okay, bro. This time, don't scream in my ear. I know you're hard, okay? Good morning to you too, though, baby. I don't like saying baby. I don't know why I said that. Good morning, darling. I stared at him dead in the face. This seemed too real. He shifted again, this time propping himself up on one elbow. Felt his gaze burning into me before I turned to meet it. Serious. The man, or whatever he was, had a face so perfect it bordered on unreal. I tried to pull away.
What's wrong?
That's a much more reasonable volume, am I right, chat? Do you want it a little bit higher, or is that good? He's winking. Around me, I saw a Netflix movie still playing. I hope it's by Adam Sandler, based. Mystery murder, anyone? A bowl of popcorn on the floor, and things that evidently pointed out that I was watching a movie with my boyfriend. Who are you?
It's me, Kai.
Maybe it's a little quiet. I'll turn it up a little bit. Turn down the music, just... Oh, I was gonna say, what happened to the music, man? There. It's me, Kai. I couldn't breathe. Kai? That name meant nothing to me, and yet flashes of memories flickered in my mind. Holding hands, whispering conversations, laughter. I said Adam Sandler. Who the hell are you referring to, brother? What? I don't...
It's okay. You had a nightmare, right? I'm here for you. I always will be.
Oh, yeah, it was a nightmare. The nightmare was that I woke up next to a stranger in my bed who wasn't even hard. Okay? He raised his hand to sweep away the hair out of my face, evidently concerned about what I was saying.
First, remember your name, where you are, and what you're doing.
What do you mean? What is my name? Oh, it's Clock. Thanks for reminding me. I'm Clock.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm almost sure. Yes.
Right. That's you. Now, where are you?
This game was made in a month, and it's a free game on itch.io. So please, you know, I get it. He doesn't have a great mic. I think his voice is kind of nice for the bad mic. I think it's just he doesn't have a pop filter, and the mic's probably a headset mic and not a standing mic. Not a very great one. But I think it's fine. My house.
What were you doing?
Watching a movie and eventually falling asleep.
With?
No, you can tell he doesn't have a pop filter because you can hear this like a lot. My boyfriend for 3 years, Kai. Only me. Who are you? Yeah, who the fuck are you, bro? Who are you? Wait. Let me
Yes?
go. Let me save. Let me save there. Yeah. Only me. Who are you? Oh, we jumped out of bed. It's okay. We can do this all over again. Maybe something went wrong in my spell. What do you mean spell? Shh. You've forgotten this day. He's like... Oh my god. Okay. Well, this is starting to make a lot more sense. Am I right, chat? Okay. First ending. This game has 3 endings, so we're going to be going for all of them.
With?
Oh, I'm with my boyfriend for 3 years, Kai! His eyes sparkled, and he pulled me in for a hug. I lay still, comforted by the presence of my pillows, blankets, and his arms. Yeah, I forgot about him. Joke's on me, chat. I forgot about my boyfriend. I never knew my sofa was this relaxing. My bottom boyfriend, by the way. He smiled and locked his eyes with mine. You snapped out of your nightmare. His voice was gentle, calming the storm in my chest. His hand reached out for mine, intertwining our fingers. I could not help but notice how hesitant he was.
You scared me for a second there. What kind of dream were you having to make you forget me?
He chuckled softly, the sound warm and familiar. My initial unease began to melt away under his gaze. Something about his presence felt grounding, like an anchor in a sea of confusion. It felt so real, like I didn't know you. And then in my dream, you said something about your spell didn't work.
Well, I'm here to remind you every day if I have to.
It's like a punch in the ear.
Want to tell me about the dream? Or maybe I should just distract you with something better?
Yeah, that. Put on something better than an Adam Sandler movie, please. You really think you can distract me that easily?
I'd say I'm pretty good at it.
As to prove it, he pinched my face. It hurt, that was for sure.
See? You're not dreaming. I'm real. We're real.
What an odd feeling I had before. You've always been with me. What was I thinking? I felt his arms around me again, gently resting his face on my shoulders. He seemed to enjoy every last bit of my warmth, as if I would fade away.
Oh, don't worry. I think you're hungry. Maybe breakfast?
Yes, okay. Okay, this is a make it or break it for me. This is where it make or break for me, okay, chat? I love breakfast, and I'm a great cook, and I love making breakfast food. If he can't make a good breakfast, it's over. Oh, I get to choose? Wait, just bacon? Wait a sec. This is like the opposite of a vegetarian. I'm a carnivore diet only. Bacon. Only bacon. Miso soup? Okay, I'm not insane, bro. I actually have an appetite. Okay, ladies, I'm not like some dainty 50-pound little girl who's gonna drink water for breakfast, okay? Pancakes? Waffles. Those are the things I'm seeing, okay? Pancakes or waffles, and you know what? In the Canadian in me, we're going pancakes, and you better get that maple syrup, brother.
Is that a sign to make some breakfast for you?
Haruko, you just said it's got like some marshmallows and little pieces of grass in there. That's very filling. No, it's not filling. Okay, I'm a man, and I need something filling, like this dick. Please. Kai stood up and stretched, the muscles in his arms flexing as he rolled his shoulders. I actually like tofu though, for real, for real. He walked towards the kitchen, and I couldn't help but laugh at how he looked so unfamiliar with everything. I leaned back into the couch, listening to the faint sound of cabinets opening and closing. A small clatter followed. Anyone else put peanut butter on their pancakes? I've had a banana peanut butter like combo. That's really good. Do you need any help in there? No, I've got this. I sat up, already suspicious. How's the guy who just woke up next to me? How's the guy who broke into my house know so much about my house already, chat? I've just been going along with this, honestly. I mean, it's a dub, right? The sound of eggs cracking echoed, followed quickly by the hiss of butter hitting a pan, then silence. Kai? It's fine. Everything's fine. Uh-oh. I peeked into the kitchen and couldn't hold back a laugh. Kai stood by the stove, spatula in hand, staring down at the pan as if it had personally wronged him. What? Okay, so maybe I lied about being good at this. Maybe. He turned to me with an exaggerated pout. Don't laugh, I wanted to impress you. Don't worry, don't worry. Let me impress you instead. By burning breakfast? I thought effort counted for something. Scoot over. You're lucky I know how to cook. I'm lucky for more reasons than that. Yeah, you're lucky I'm not calling the cops on your ass. Now stand there and look pretty. He watched every single one of my movements. I love watching you, evidently. Don't just sit there. Get the plates. Yes, Chief. He jumped up, bumping my shoulder as he passed. This felt easy. This felt like I'd done this a billion times before. What do you mean 2 hours later? We just started. I love breakfast foreplay. Breakfast foreplay for the win. I set up the table while Kai grabbed some plates and kitchen utensils. He calmly sat on the opposite end of the table to me after he handed them to me. Woes, Clock and Kai are in love. Look, we may bicker like we're an old married couple, you know? We may sleep together. We may, you know, flirt a little bit, okay? At the end of the day, me and Kai, we're just boyfriends, okay? Boys that are friends with benefits. No homo. Calmly sat on the opposite end of the table to me after he handed them to me. We ate the breakfast that I whipped up. Pancakes. Oh, blueberry. Okay, I can fuck with blueberry pancakes. Yeah, that's a good one. Yo, my Susan Moon Luca, thanks for popping into the stream. I'm glad you've been watching on YouTube. We want Ginger. They want you. Say something. She giggled. She said, No, she said it a lot cuter than I did. Don't worry, chat. We ate the breakfast that I whipped up. Pancakes. Where's the maple syrup? I know, brothers. I know. Where's the maple syrup? Okay. Mint. He stuffed his face full, leaving not a single bite behind. That's a lot of butter, though. I'm not gonna lie. Unfamiliar. It's okay. Adorable. I don't like that I can't... It's made in a month, this game, for a game jam, and this is, you know, it's okay. It's there in spirit. At least some blueberry, like, sauce. Hopefully there's some blueberry sauce on there. Adorable. That's adorable. No. Let's go for the bad ending first, chat. Unfamiliar. Before I could voice those thoughts out loud. Whoa! Whoa! That wolf is fame. Thank you very much. He enthusiastically wiped his mouth with my handkerchief and smiled happily. He seemed unsure of what to do and continued to look at me to gauge my reaction. You're welcome. We sat in silence for a few more moments. It was incredibly awkward. I like his outfit a lot. This, like, mix of, like, Western style and, like, I don't know what you would call this. This is so weird. To me personally. Like, what is this? It's cool, though. It's nice. It's casual, but also a little bit dressed up. It's nice. You planning to go to work? Wow, we really are a married couple. You going to work anytime soon, bud? Work? Like that things humans do to get money? I'm so sorry, I've known you for 3 years, but why do I feel like I forgot your job? He stood up, panicked. What jobs do you think are attractive? This is because my job is attractive, by the way. I cooked breakfast? Hell yeah. Doctor, lawyer, firefighter, wildlife rehabilitator for foxes. You know what? That one's really fucking cool. I think that's super attractive, chat. Any wildlife rehabilitators for foxes in chat? Very foxy. Very sexy. Okay, that's what I'm going with. But also, I want to save here. Let me just save. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. I love a man that can handle his animals, okay? A wildlife rehabilitator for foxes? That is quite an attractive job. He nodded his head, deep in thought. You're very right. Foxes are beautiful creatures. And I chose to be a wildlife rehabilitator for foxes, since I thought of that. Definitely. I'm going to leave now, then. I'll arrive at 11 and meet you back up at 2. He scratched his head and sent me a nervous smile. I didn't know that type of job will require only 3 hours. Well, mine does. By the way, I feel like I'm forgetting something. A kiss. Well, I mean, you know, that's true. If we're really, you know, if we're really playing around, boyfriend and boyfriend, you need a kiss. Never mind, you need your work outfit, brother. A kiss him! A kiss! Kiss him! Okay, we'll kiss. We'll give him a big smoocher. Later. We'll give him his work outfit for now. Your work outfit. We'll do the good later. We'll do the good route later, chat. My boss is chill, so it's unnecessary. Bye. He suddenly slammed the door. I looked at the place he was standing in a moment ago, wondering if he would be okay. You're playing with us? I am. I was consoled by the fact that he was a grown man and could suffice on his own. Despite being utterly confused about his profession, he should be alright. He's pretty responsible in my memories. Enough about him. I'm working a work-at-home job. Graphic designing. Graphic design is my passion! Anyone who's seen my thumbnails on YouTube knows this. It's a pretty chill job without much to worry about. Unless you get an art block, then it's all over. See, that's the great thing about graphic design. I do no art whatsoever. I decided to go outside first, instead of working immediately. I strolled casually through my neighborhood. It's a small one, but it always heavily comforted me. I know everyone here, and everyone knew me too. My Sunin Moon Luca? Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're here too. Hope you enjoy the stream. This is the place I've stayed in for around 15 years, ever since I was a teenager, and I'm not planning to move out at all. It's, in the most impactful way possible, my home. My family wanted to move into the big city of Tokyo years ago for my education. This area was the most peaceful and cheapest one I could find. I looked around on the left side. Granny Lily said she's out of town for a week. Jenny's probably on her way to her office work right now, and Liam is definitely at home snoring his guts off. Are these like my family members or roommates? Clock! I turned my head around, wondering who suddenly called me out. I was greeted by the smiling face of Mr. Ray, the single father living a few rooms away from me. Oh, okay, people around me. Who was that pretty boy I saw that came over last night? I grinned at him. Some guy. Some guy. I don't know. I sleep around a lot. What can I say? I'm a bit of a player. Some guy. Eh? Are you sure? Doesn't look like it. He's my boyfriend. Oh, for how long? Literally this morning. 3 years. Oh, never mind. We're lying to him, too. What? How come I've never seen him before? You should have introduced me to him. He's come over very often, though. Why are you lying? He hasn't. I would know. I hear everything going on inside these thin walls. And boy, did I like what I heard last night. Wait a minute, sir. Old man? Old man Ray. You always notice when my daughter visits, don't you? Okay. Ray, I'm looking respectfully. Right, and I don't remember ever introducing him to you either, which I should have done already. You told me you were single a week ago, too. Wait, my phone's ringing. I hope you get that sorted out, Clock. Ray left in a rush, retrieving the phone that was ringing non-stop inside his apartment. Got the same name as the old... I mean, he has a daughter. I hate neighbors like that. I don't mind them. It depends. It depends on how like, if he's talking like this, because it seems like we talk to him a lot, though. And I always think older people are more nice about this sort of thing. I don't know. I'm a pretty friendly person, I guess. But I would never go to my neighbor's house and, like, talk to them, either. I would never do that, either. Ray left in a rush, retrieving the phone that was ringing non-stop inside his apartment. I continued my stroll, but now with something etched deep in the back of my mind. Everything seems so odd with Kai, which is impossible. I remember our first car trip together, our first meeting in the rain, our everything. I cleared my thoughts and focused deeply until I got distracted by a pair of fox ears in the back of some bushes. Oh, he's got blue fox. They popped away in and out. There they are. Oh, the thing ducked. There are shadows of what seemed to be a dog. No, a fox. I walked calmly to the bushes, trying not to alert the fox. Wah! A very humane sound came from the bushes. Totally not a fox. A cosplayer. A child with fake fox ears. Rah! The pair of fox ears disappeared from my line of view. I was very curious, to say the least. fucking scared that kid. Grab them. Okay, I'm not a freak. I checked in the bushes one more time, making sure I didn't miss anything at all. I found a little pin, one looking like it belonged to a traditional kimono dress. Remember, chat, if people have good intentions, be nice, you know, be kind, you know. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes, I had a really great neighbor when I was a kid that my family was friends with, and you know, my parents are not that friendly, but they were nice to this neighbor who was friendly with them, and the neighbor would just randomly bake them stuff. And I got free shit because my parents were nice to them. So, you know, sometimes there are benefits. I mean, maybe you don't get any big stuff, but it's not like it costs you anything to be nice. So, but if you get something free, I mean, why not? And I mean, of course, you know, you could be the nice person too, but you don't have to be. I found a little pin, one looking like it belonged to a traditional kimono dress. Better keep it to return and apologize for scaring the young cosplayer away. It's time to get back to work. Hurrah, hurrah. Let's check up on what my boss sent me. It's me, by the way. I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss at YouTube. I haven't started at all, but I already have a headache. I pitter-pattered it all day on my laptop until the clock turned 2 p.m. It's about time that I stop for the day, and Kai will arrive soon, too. Ring, ring. That must be the sound of the doorbell. I ran over to the front door and greeted Kai. I'm back. He smiled at me gently, his eyes crinkling at the corners. He looked a little disheveled. His collar's loosened and hair slightly tousled, but still as charming as ever. Welcome home. Tease him. I heard a yelp from Kai as I tickled him. Stop! Stop! He yelled through fits of giggling. I decided to show him some mercy. I'm curious, why is your work so little? 3 hours? My boss is cool. Anyways, I can't wait to show you what I found while walking to work. What? I'm actually so excited to tell you. Where are your shoes right now? We're going outside. I'm in the middle of work. Kai looked at me and rolled his eyes. Not gonna lie, why does Kai kind of look cute? I mean, I hope so. He is the protagonist. Or he is the romance option in this visual novel. Fine, I'm coming. I barely agreed when he dragged me into a shopping district, weaving through stores like he had some grand plan. We stopped in front of a jewelry store, the sunlight glinting off the display cases like a scene straight out of a romantic drama. Really? A jewelry store?
What? You don't think I have good taste?
I don't know, man. I'm more of a watch kind of guy. He opened the door with a flourish, gesturing for me to go in.
After you, my liege.
What's gotten into you?
I was passing by earlier and saw something interesting. Come on, humor me.
I followed him inside, the cool air of the shop washing over us. The room was quiet, save for the soft hum of a display light and the faint murmur of the shopkeeper chatting with another customer. Kai wandered immediately to the case in the center, his eyes sparkling as he leaned closer to inspect the items inside. So, do you have money, or are you gonna just steal? Wait, let me just save up. You just gonna steal, bro? You look good with sapphire. Planning to buy yourself a diamond necklace. That's too gaudy. Maybe you... No. Planning to buy yourself... Actually, I'm trying to be mean. I'm trying to be mean in this route. Okay. Shot me a look, his lips twitching into a smirk.
I'd look stunning in emeralds. Thank you very much.
Sorry, bro. I don't know your stone. Bold choice. Really brings out your eyes. He chuckled, but his attention quickly returned to the display. I stepped closer, following his gaze. It wasn't the flashy pieces that caught his eye, but something simpler. A delicate silver ring with a subtle fox motif etched into it. I really like, personally, Alexandrite. Ginger showed me that rock. Pretty cool rock. Alexandrite. That one's nice.
Yeah, it is.
There's something in his voice. A wistfulness I hadn't heard before. He straightened, clearing his throat, and turned to me with a grin that didn't quite reach his eyes.
What about you? Anything catch your eye?
Not really the jewelry type. Yeah, I'm not really the jewelry type, bro. To be honest. Not even a simple ring? His question hung in the air for a moment longer than it should have, and I felt heat creep up my neck. Why? You planning to buy me one? What if I am? I rolled my eyes, trying to ignore the flutter in my chest. Then I'd say you're terrible at surprises. You're supposed to be sneaky about it. Fair point, but I'd rather you pick something you actually like. It makes it more special, doesn't it? I stared at him, unsure if he was joking or not. But before I could respond, his attention shifted to a different display. That is such a guy's line of thinking, honestly. Like, honestly, like, for me, I prefer, like, picking out what I would want. But I know a lot of women want you. They want the surprise, right? They want the surprise, but it has to be perfect. You had to have listened to every word they've ever said, and they might have changed their mind, okay? But if you surprise them, that helps a lot, okay? But for dudes, I feel like we're always just like, yeah, let me pick, please. Before I could respond, his attention shifted to a different display. Bracelets, earrings, necklaces. You know, I'm a big fan of bracelets, actually. I don't know why. I've been eyeing the bracelets. Kai pointed to a bracelet. It's designed simple but elegant, with tiny charms shaped like stars. I like to wear a bracelet on my right hand and then my watch on my left. This would suit you. Not too flashy, but just enough to stand out. You've thought about this a lot, haven't you? Maybe. I glanced at the bracelet, then back at him. You're being weird today, you know that? Weird or romantic? Definitely weird. He laughed, rubbing the back of his neck. We left the store eventually, with no purchases, but a lingering lightness in the air. Kai kept stealing glances at me as we walked down the street, a soft smile on his face. You know, you'd look good in that bracelet. Stop trying to charm me, Kai. Is it working? Maybe, but you still owe me dinner for dragging me around. He laughed, draping an arm around my shoulders, as we continued down the street. Anything for you, future bracelet wearer. He looks pissed. When we got home, he suddenly glanced my way. I wondered why, but I heard the clock tick 6 p.m. and the rumble of his stomach. Clock reference. What's for dinner? Inari sushi, meat covered in garlic, and burgers. Okay. I feel like this one actually matters, so let's run it back. Meat covered in garlic, inari sushi, and burgers. I mean, meat covered in garlic is so random, but burgers. I like sushi, but I have a feeling he's gonna want the sushi, chat. So I'm gonna fuck with him longer, and we're just gonna have a meat covered in garlic. Is that good? You think that'll be good? I like burgers too. Both burgers and sushi, good options. But I'm going for the bad ending, so too bad, chat. Stick around for the good ending. Meat covered in garlic. I made your favorite. His face. Oh man, that's so fucking funny. Okay. I made your favorite. Meat covered in garlic. I don't think I've ever mentioned that this was my favorite dish. Like it all. He scrunched his nose and looked at the plate in front of him. He loves it, chat. Do you not like it? Oh. Oh, you don't like my delicious cooking? Oh. He panicked and frantically waved his arms. No, of course. I love it. I love everything you make. It's amazing. He took a bite of it and grimaced heavily. See, it's so good. The room was cozy, lit by the warm glow of the television. Kai was sprawled on the couch, his head resting on a pillow, while I sat cross-legged on the floor, attempting to solve a jigsaw puzzle that I found buried under some old books. You could help, you know. Nah, you look like you've got it under control. I've been staring at this one piece for 10 minutes. It doesn't fit anywhere. Sounds like a you problem. Shut the fuck up. Get over here. I tossed the puzzle piece at him and it hit his shoulder before bouncing onto the couch. Hey, that's assault. It's called justice. Now get down here and help me before I lose my mind. Kai groaned dramatically but slid off the couch, plopping down next to me. He picked up a random piece and inspected it like it was a rare artifact. This one clearly goes here. He attempted to force it into a spot that was blatantly wrong. Seriously? That's not even the same color. Art is subjective. This isn't art. It's a puzzle. He leaned closer to inspect the puzzle. Fine, fine. Watch and learn. Master puzzler at work. He spent the next few minutes picking up pieces, pretending to study them intensely, and then trying to jam them into spots they obviously didn't belong. You're the worst at this. Excuse me, I am contributing. Moral support counts. Bro's smooth-brained? Chad, I wasn't supposed to be with a smooth brain. I'm the smooth brain in the relationship. I'm the stupid. We can't have stupid and stupid. Can we? Is that okay? Your moral support is morally bankrupt. He made a show of sighing deeply, like I just insulted his entire family. Okay, I admit it. I suck at puzzles. But you love me anyway, right? That's debatable. He gasped, clutching his chest dramatically. Debatable? After all we've been through. The breakfasts I've burned for you. The breakfasts you've burned are the main reason it's debatable. Kai chuckled, grabbing a piece and finally placing it in the correct spot. Ha! Look at that. I'm a genius. Congratulations! You solved one piece out of 1,000. Baby steps. Couldn't help but sigh. His smug grin was contagious, despite his uselessness. Having him there made the puzzle feel less frustrating. Okay, let's make a deal. If you can place 5 more pieces correctly, we go to sleep. we go to sleep. No way, another reward. Sleep is for the weak. Pick again. I'm not making a deal like that. Actually, we'll get more cuddle time, but I want something else. Okay, we'll watch a movie. Netflix and chill. Kai looked at me, his eyes sparkling with determination. Deal. Prepare to be amazed. He got to work, his tongue poking out slightly as he concentrated. He's blepping right now. He's blepping. It was both hilarious and endearing to watch him struggle. By the time he managed to fit 5 more pieces, we were both laughing so hard we had to stop to catch our breath. Wow, he really put in the effort. I'm impressed. Told you, I'm a genius. Now, about that reward. You're lucky you're cute. I know. Now, chop chop. I've earned this. As I prepared the movie, I could hear him humming softly. Hey, we did this last night already. Let's go stargazing. Ugh. What was that? We're definitely going stargazing. I'm actually a big fan of stargazing. It's really nice. I used to do a lot when camping. But as I've said, I like to go for the bad endings first. After solving the puzzle, Kai tugged in my hand and led me outside. I resisted slightly, but he tugged at me forcefully anyways.
I know you were staring at a computer screen all day today.
Some might say I still am. I wasn't. We stopped suddenly in the middle of the road in front of my house. The air felt cool and refreshing. Kai pointed up to the sky.
Hey, come here.
Come here. Oh,
Look at that. It's like someone spilled glitter all over the sky.
Nice pictures. I like the art in this. This is pretty good. Even it's made in a month, this is pretty good. Romantic much? He turned to look at me and tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. His touch lingered just a little longer than necessary, and I felt my cheeks heat up.
This sky. This exact one comforted me so much back when I was younger. The change of scenery from Akigawa Valley to Tokyo was absolutely insane, but all of the stars remained.
Bro's like, he's ugly. Just get into the duality of man. Bro's ugly. I want it in his pants now. Okay, chat, calm down. Calm down, the both of you, okay? Chillax. You used to live in the forest? This all happened 3 years ago? Why did you move? Yeah, why'd you move? Kai scratched the back of his nape and smiled sheepishly.
Wait, just continue listening to my story.
Nice. Okay.
All of the stars remained, and there were new stars too. You.
You're so right for that bafflement. We just walked out of our in Tokyo. We ain't seeing shit. Light pollution is real and it's a problem. We'd have to drive at least like 2 hours away from Tokyo, I bet. Maybe not 2 hours, but at least an hour. You're being cheesy.
You love it.
I do. I do.
You
Okay.
know, I think I could stay like this forever. Just you and me under the stars.
Bless you. That does sound nice. He shifted closer, wrapped an arm around my shoulders, pulling me against him. I could feel his heartbeat steady and calm as I rested my head on his chest. His fingers intertwined with mine, and we stayed there for a few moments, not saying anything.
Promise me something?
What?
That no matter how busy we get, we always make time for this.
Stargazing.
And just being together.
I closed my eyes, letting the sound of his breathing and the distant chirp of crickets lull me into a sense of peace. I promise, I promise, I promise. Oh, do I not? I don't have any other options? Okay, I promise.
Good. Because I don't think I could survive without you.
Oh no, he really is using us. That's dramatic.
But true.
We sat there in comfortable silence, watching the stars. You know, I could just sit here forever, just like this. I always wanted to go to the moon one day. Want to go with me? Don't tempt me. I might actually take you up on that. Good. Then maybe I should tempt you more often. He laughed softly, his voice blending with the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze. Tilted my head to look up at him, catching the way the starlight danced in his eyes. Do you ever wonder what it'd be like to just leave everything behind? Start fresh somewhere? Like running away? Not exactly. More like finding some place where it's quiet, peaceful. Like Akigawa Valley. Maybe. I think about it all the time, but then I remember something important. What's that? It's not the place that makes it peaceful. It's the person you're with. Felt my heart skip a beat at his words. I opened my mouth to respond, but he shifted, leaning down just enough to rest his forehead against mine. You're my peace, you know that? Even if I was on the moon, as I've always dreamt, I would refuse to go if it wasn't with you. Kai. Oh. Wait, is it really this simple to get the good ending? Let's pull away. Let's pull away, okay? Yeah, let's pull away from him, and then we'll replay the game to get the good ending while being nice to him. Pull away. No. Not right now. I'm sorry? He looked at me for a while, ashamed. Also, it's daytime. I promise I won't do that again. Please don't hate me. I felt myself being drowsy and drifting into sleep, my legs buckling. I felt a pair of arms carrying me to our room, opening the lock of our door, dropping me off on my bed. Felt a pair of arms patting me slowly and soothing me into sleep. Felt someone's body on me, cuddling me all night. And then I dreamt. One day, I found a fox calmly resting on the streets of my neighborhood. Oh wow, this is going quick. It was odd. Strange. No way a fox could end up in the streets of a small town in Tokyo. To be honest, I didn't think much of how it ended or where it came from. I was only 13 years old. Oh, we have a really cute backstory with them, I bet. The first thing I did was search up what type of food foxes liked. My phone's screen glowed in the dim streetlight as I crouched near it, careful not to startle the little creature. I'm assuming this is a flashback, by the way. It didn't run, didn't even flinch. Just stared at me with those sharp amber eyes, like it had already decided I wasn't a threat. Hey, you okay? Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. Its ears twitched, but it stayed still. Why are you guys why are you bonking me? Leave me alone, I'm playing the game. But it stayed still, curled up like it belonged, right there between the cracks in the pavement. And then you got timed out by Cat. Yeah, get him, Cat. Get him! Bonk him! The fur along its back was messy and matted in places, and its tail looked thinner than it should have. My heart squeezed a little. I glanced back at my phone. Foxes eat meat, eggs, berries. Ow. Why are you hitting me? I'm just reading. You don't look exactly like you'd be into berries. I opened my bag and rummaged through it, finally pulling out the sandwich I hadn't touched earlier. The smell of turkey and bread seemed to catch the fox's attention. It lifted its head slightly, nose twitching. Yeah, you want this? I broke off a piece and held it out. Okay, don't hold it out. That's a fox, okay? Foxes aren't pets, okay? They're not domesticated. They may want to be domesticated, but they are still wild animals. Don't do this, okay? If you really want to feed it, okay, go ahead. But just for your own safety, foxes tend to have rabies and other unwanted problems that are transmitted through bites. Please. Please don't do that, okay? Just put it on the ground. It's the same thing for them. Broke off a piece and held it out. Might rip your hand out? Yeah, I don't know about that. It's a fox. Maybe if you're a kid. I mean, all that fox would get if it bit me was a punch in the face. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, you know, I just wouldn't be stupid. It hesitated at first. Eyes flicking between me and the food, but hunger won out. Slowly, carefully, stepped closer, took the bread from my fingers. Barely breathed as it chewed. Something about the way it stayed near me made the streets feel less lonely. There, not so scary, right? I sat down, resting my back against the cold brick wall. The fox settled a foot away, watching me as if it wasn't sure what to make of me yet. Couldn't help but smile. I'll come back to more too. Food, pillows, whatever you need. Oh, what? Pillows? Don't be scared. I woke up slowly, the light streaming in through the curtain. The warmth of Kai's body next to mine was oddly comforting, but a lingering sense of unease tugged at me. Memories of yesterday's flickered in my mind. Kai, the strange dream-like haze, and those fox ears in the bushes. Kai stirred, his arm tightening around my waist before he whispered groggily. Morning, love. Morning. Slept well. I was until you started stealing all the blankets. Not my fault. You were hogging the blankets anyways. Excuse me? Who's the one wrapped up like a burrito right now? He pretended to think deeply. Guilty, but can you blame me? It's cold. Then maybe you should stop leaving the window open at night. But I like the fresh air, and I like waking up next to you more. Smooth, but I'm not making breakfast again. At least I tried. Though you know I'd always love you even if you're making breakfast or not. Speaking of breakfast, while you were sleeping last night, I tried to do some work in the kitchen. Cleaned it all up though, don't be mad. I found out yesterday how to make pancakes for you. I hope it's to your taste. You made pancakes for me? Yes. He woke up and scurried me over to the table in the living room. Proudly presented me the pancakes. It looked like something. Definitely does not look completely appetizing. Try it! I hesitantly took a bite, holding on my stomach for safety. How was it? It's horrible. Brother, it's terrible. Oh. Okay. You should make the food from now on. Look at that! He's so sad. He smiled, but I could clearly see his eyes weren't following him. I'm sorry about wasting your food. Kai sat across from me, watching intently as I poked at the pancake with my fork. The food wasn't the problem. It was quiet. The stillness hung in the air, too heavy for a typical morning. So, you really made this all by yourself last night? Hi, Gardania. He nodded eagerly. He's disgusted. I'm disgusted. He made me the burnt pancakes. Of course. I wanted to surprise you. You deserve it. His words were warm, but something about his tone, too deliberate, like he was trying too hard. My eyes drifted to his hands. They were clasped on the table, but his fingers were too still, too controlled, as if he was consciously stopping them from fidgeting. Well, it's definitely a surprise. You're full of them lately, huh? Kai's head tilted slightly, his gaze locking onto mine. Is that a bad thing? Did you ban Gardania or something? What happened? There it was again, that same strange feeling from yesterday, like his words didn't quite match the moment. I shifted in my chair, glancing at the window. The curtains flittered in the breeze, letting in the golden morning light, but the warmth I usually felt wasn't there. The house was colder than it should have been. Quieter, too. No birds outside. No faint hum of life. Oh, by the way, hi, Ironic. E. E to you, too. Please no hydrates, you... Bro, why are you so thirsty for this guy? Hi. Thanks for the, 6 hydrate. Oh, okay. It's not hydrate time, okay, chat? You better be drinking your damn water too, chat. Don't hit me with 7 hydrates, or else you're gonna dehydrate. Just the sound of my own breathing and Kai's steady gaze. No, it's not a bad thing, just you've been different lately. Different how? I opened my mouth, but the words caught in my throat. How could I explain it? I drink Coke. Well, I thought you were supposed to snort that. That sense of wrongness I couldn't pin down. The way the world seemed just a little off. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things. You've been tense. Are you okay? You'd tell me if something was wrong, wouldn't you? There was a sincerity in his voice, but it only made the unease worse. His concern felt too perfect, like a mask molded to fit the situation. I smiled weakly, trying to shake the feeling, but as I looked into his eyes, I swore, for just a moment, they flickered. Did they? No, they didn't. Good night, peeps, if you're leaving. Not the usual light catching an amber. Something else. Something unnatural. Hi, you don't have to be sorry. Nice to see you, though. I think I need some air. I'll come with you. No, it's fine. You've already done enough this morning. I just need a minute. Kai hesitated, his eyes narrowing slightly, but he leaned back in his chair, letting me go. As I stepped towards the door, the weight of his gaze burned into my back. Outside, the fresh air did little to calm me. The world was too quiet, the stillness pressing against my skin. I glanced towards the woods at the edge of the property, and that's when I saw it. I froze near the door. Faint, muddy paw prints trailed across the floor. My heart raced. I glanced back towards the room I came from, where Kai was still eating alone, and then knelt to inspect the prints. They were small and delicate, too big for a cat, but too small for a dog. A fox. I followed the prints. I felt completely distracted by them. What if it was the fox I met when I was younger? Standing on the end of the footprints was a petite girl with short silver hair, fox-shaped earrings, and a nervous expression. Hi there. You don't have earrings. Her eyes locked onto mine before flitting down to the floor. Maybe they're on top of her ear? Hi, I'm Rin. Sorry to bother you, but I think I dropped something near here yesterday. Oh? What was it? A pin. It looks purple. I remembered the pin from yesterday and pulled it out of my pocket. This one. Her face lit up. Yes, thank you so much. I, didn't mean to scare you yesterday. I was just around. Around? Rin looked away, fidgeting nervously. Just exploring. Anyway, thanks again! She turned to leave, but I stepped forward. Wait, you said just exploring. What were you looking for? She paused, her back still turned to me. My mentor, Kai. Kai Yamori. That's my boyfriend. I think you look too young to be interning at his workplace, though. This little girl, barely reaching my shoulders, stared at me dead in the eyes. Her mouth widened. Is this what people do when they get older? Do what? You better not call me old. I'm not that old. She stomped on the ground, frustrated. Ignore all job responsibilities and their students and chase some person! Oh. Yeah, sometimes. Do you have a special person you chase? Sorry about taking his time, and he goes to work every day. What do you mean? Sorry about taking his time? That's right. You should apologize. He seems so much nicer than that guy. I want to learn already, but he keeps pushing me away. Almost like he hates foxes. He hates himself. She lowered her head and went quiet for a while. I want Dad to trust me like he trusts him. Another moment of silence ensues. Oh, can I get a stretch check, by the way? Yeah. Really shake it out, chat. I know you've been sitting for too goddamn long without movement, okay? I want to see at least a jumping jack, okay? You know, a certain item out for Harambe if you're a man, okay? Helicopter style, okay? If you're a girl, you know what you gotta shake, okay? And just for yourself. I'm not looking, nobody's looking, just do it for yourself to stay healthy, okay? Make sure they all work. I was actually at a bakery? Oh my god. Buns? Do you have a special person you chase? Goes to work every day. What do you mean? Yeah, this one. Oh, he does? You're lying so much. Cat, what the hell? She always punishes me, chat, for telling you to be healthy and stretch. Oh, he does? You're lying so much. She rubbed her temple, suddenly reminding me of an old man. Wonder where she got that from. I haven't seen him teaching me at all. So his job is to teach you. No, it's so much more, but Dad won't tell me. He's not safe. Do you have a special person you chase? Do you want to hear about my friend Haru? Oh. Well, I don't think it's the same way Kai chases you, but he's so annoying I have to keep running after him. Wait, this isn't about me. What did you say about him not being safe? Dad told me not to find him, not to stay near him, but I did anyway because I'm a model student. She came close to me and whispered in my ear. I think Haru's a boy. Kai's in danger. People are out to catch him. What? She leaned back and turned her head around to see if others were near us, just like a schoolgirl telling her friends about her crush. No, I think this little girl has a little boyfriend. My dad told me about this. No, we've dated for 3 years, and I've known him 2 years before that. How could this happen? Hey, I'm 11, so 3 years ago I was 9, right? Yeah, that's right. Good job. She beamed proudly. I tried hard in human school. Also, 3 years ago, Kai was serving as my father's right hand. He was the one teaching me instead of those human teachers. I don't think so, because 3 years ago, I suddenly could not remember what happened 3 years ago. Tell me, what happened 3 years ago? 3 years ago, I should remember, but it's all a bit fuzzy. Rin glanced over her shoulder, the tension in her shoulders melting into an awkward fidget. She chewed on her. She's gaslighting us. Yeah. She chewed on her lip, her silver hair catching the sunlight as it swayed in the breeze. Forget I said anything. I'm probably just being weird. Yeah, that's it. Weird. Rin, wait. Before I could take a step forward, Rin turns abruptly, her small frame a blur as she darted down the street. Her fox-shaped earrings bounced with each hurried step, and soon she was nothing but a flicker of silver disappearing into the distance. Rin, wait! I don't think this is an amnesia trope, chat. I think this is a little... I think he might have cast a spell on us. The only response was the faint echo of her sneakers on the pavement, swallowed by the stillness of the evening. What just happened? The house welcomed me with a comforting quiet. The familiar scent of lavender and faintly burnt coffee lingered in the air. I kicked off my shoes, my mind still buzzing with questions about Rin, before noticing the note on the living room table. Going to work. Love you. My lips curved into a soft smile as I traced the hastily scrawled heart at the end of the notes. Went back to my desk. I sat down, my fingers brushing over the keyboard, as I tried to focus on the words waiting to be written. But the thoughts wouldn't come. Rin's silver hair and strange words flitted through my mind, tangled with the vague unease I couldn't shake. 3 years ago, what was so important about that? Why couldn't I remember? Shook my head, muttering. Focus. You're behind on the deadline already. Also, I just realized something. There's no skip button in this game, I just realized. I don't think there's a skip button, is there? Yeah. There is a skip. So, I don't know, maybe it's a hotkey, but I don't see the button for skip, so it might be interesting when we're replaying this. Focus. You're behind on the deadline already. I heard the sound of the door unlocking. Kai smiled as he stepped inside, brushing imaginary dirt off his clothes. Working hard or hardly working? You're back. Is he? I know he's Japanese. I know this is Japanese. But that's such a Canadian line. Working hard or hardly working, bud? Working hard or hardly working, eh? Thought I'd come home for lunch. What's cooking, good looking? Nothing yet. You're helping me. About today. No, I was just out of my mind. Still confused, but I think I trust you, Kai. Okay. Tell me if there's anything bothering you. I checked in the fridge before and there was absolutely nothing I could work with. We're going grocery shopping. Yippee! Yippee! Don't fart! No! Chat, you're so excited you're farting. Kai was unusually chipper as we walked through the grocery store, pushing the cart with a bounce and a step. Followed behind, trying to focus on the list in my hand, but something about him seemed off. It wasn't anything obvious. Just a subtle feeling that made my skin prickle. He veered into the snack aisle, grabbing a bag of chips and tossing it into the cart without a second thought. I don't know why the horrible music just started, like the scary music, but I guess we're like a hardcore health nut and we're like, you would buy chips in my house? That's not on the list. Oh, we're one of those people. Oh my god, chat, we're one of those people. We're frickin' Karen. It's an essential. For what? A movie marathon. Exactly. I shook my head, stepping closer to the cart. I feel like it is sad music. I think it's supposed to be like a little bit of both, like sad / like worried music. For a moment, the bag of chips seemed to flicker. Just for a split second, like it wasn't really there. I blinked and it was back, sitting in the cart like nothing had happened. Oh, that's like something else completely. Weird. And we're gonna read the receipt in something else. Clocky has no job and makes no money. Nothing. Probably just tired. He didn't press, instead turning his attention to a shelf of ramen. You know, I could live off of this stuff. You practically do. I should get some. Korean instant noodles, ice cream, eggs, and bread. I thought he just said get noodles. Wait. Wait, I thought he just said get noodles. Okay, well, I mean, eggs are kind of really important. Inflation got to them too, huh? Clunky. Supernatural chips. I think it's like he's casting a spell. Bread? Bread is good, but I feel like eggs are... Ice cream is not an essential, chat. Okay, eggs. When I glanced back, the chips were gone. Kai, where's the bag of chips you just put in here? What do you mean, it's right? He stopped, staring at the empty spot in the cart. What? His brows furrowed, and for a split second I thought I saw something in his eyes. Worry? Guilt? Huh. Must have put it back without realizing. Weird. You don't forget snacks. Ever. He laughed nervously. Maybe I'm losing my touch. Should I go grab another one? No, it's fine. Let's just stick to the list. He nodded, but I noticed how he avoided my gaze. His usual carefree demeanor slipping just slightly. Bewitching us, but is he like messing up his own bewitchments? We moved to the produce section where he picked up an apple and spun it in his hand like a magician with a trick. This one's got potential. Look at that shine. Sure. I glanced at the cart again, but this time it wasn't the chips that were gone. It was the eggs. I just placed there. My heart skipped a beat. Kai, did you take the eggs out? Eggs? No, why would I? I stared at the cart, my stomach twisting. I swear I just put them in here. Kai reached over, placing a hand on my shoulder. Oh, it's the little kid, isn't it? Hey, you okay? You seem distracted. Yeah, just tired. Like I said, probably imagining things. His hand lingered for a moment, before he pulled away, his expression soft but unreadable. Why don't you just stay here and take a breath? I'll grab the last few things. You sure? You're not exactly great at following the list. I'll do my best. Stay here. I nodded, leaning against the cart as he walked away. My eyes followed him, and for a second, just a second, his figure seemed to blur, like heat waves rising off the asphalt. I blinked hard and he was back to normal, casually strolling down the aisle. Get it together. When he returned, the cart was full, and his usual cheerful demeanor was back in full force. We offer something? I think there's some magic fuckery going on. Look, I even got the right kind of milk this time. Congratulations, you're learning. We headed to the checkout, and the strange occurrences faded into the background. Almost. There was still a nagging feeling in the back of my mind, like a puzzle piece that didn't quite fit. Next to me, he whispered. Not to me, but I suppose to himself. My illusions. Are they fading? Wait, we're not even in a city. We're not even in a town, chat. We're in a forest. Oh my god. I watched him look at his hands, with deep thoughts in his mind. Kai? He glanced at me and immediately straightened his thoughts. Yes, I'm here. Let's go. As we left the store, Kai slung an arm over my shoulders, his touch warm and grounding. Oh! Oh! Wait, okay. There's no way. He's totally got us in a forest, right? He's totally lured us in. This is all an illusion, chat. My yandere. Kai insisted we go for a walk to clear our heads. Stars were out, and the cool air carried the faint scent of earth and leaves. It should have been romantic, but my thoughts wouldn't be quiet. Kai tugged at me hand gently. Oh, sorry. His grip firm enough to guide me, but soft enough to feel like a question. The woods around us were quiet, save for the rustle of leaves underfoot and the occasional chirp of unseen insects. There's something I want to show you. Something different. Different how? Different as in, wow, so romantic? Or different as in, oops, I might have led you into a lair of a bear? Sarlacc pit, oops. Kai snorted. A rare, genuine sound that tugged at my chest. If there's a bear, I'll wrestle it for you. But no, it's a, wow, so romantic kind of thing. Probably. His laughter echoed softly, and I couldn't help but smile. I love the backgrounds, by the way. I know there's not too many of them, but I really appreciate when a developer gets actual backgrounds of art and not like AI backgrounds or something. It's nice. Good touch. And these ones have been really good. He always had a way of making the world feel lighter, like he could bend reality with a joke or a grin. Just trust me. If you don't like it, I'll owe you. Big time. Breakfast in bed, foot rubs, whatever you want. Okay, I don't got no foot fetish, brother. You can skip that one. I'm keeping that in mind. No, I'm not. We walked deeper into the woods, the moonlight playing tricks with the shadows. You ever think about how weird it is to trust someone completely? Like, I could lead you anywhere right now, and you'd follow me. Don't get too cocky. I'm mostly following you because it's dark, and you have better night vision than I do. Sure, that's the only reason. There was a flicker of something in his tone, something almost wistful, but it was gone before I could name it. No one will hear you scream here. Yes, that's exactly what I would say. I don't know why, but some of these options are just fucking great. Yeah, no one will hear you scream here, Kai. Huh? Okay, I feel like you're planning something. Something involving your demise? Maybe. I can scream very loudly, by the way. We're almost there. He stopped abruptly, his hand slipping from mine. For a brief moment, I felt unmoored, the absence of his touch more jarring than I expected. Close your eyes. What? No, I'd like knowing where I'm going. Come on, humor me, just for a second. I gave him a skeptical look, but he was already standing in front of me, his hands lightly brushing my arms. I won't let you trip. Promise. With a reluctant sigh, I closed my eyes. Make him scream without the S. His hands moved to my shoulders, steadying me as he guided me forward. Each step felt longer, heavier, like the world was holding its breath. Okay, open them. I blinked again, the sunlight of the moon filtering through a break in the trees. In front of us was a small clearing, where wildflowers blanketed the ground in soft purples and whites. Sounds pretty. A small weathered shrine stood at the center, its stone surface etched with patterns I couldn't decipher. A thin stream trickled nearby, sound harmonizing with the rustling leaves. Oh. It's not much, but I thought you'd like it. I turned to him, the moonlight catching in his hair, softening his features. He looked different. From the conversation we had today, with Rin and everything, felt as if this was a complete 360 degrees from when I expected that he was lying. Caught me off guard. I used to come here when I was younger. Back when I thought the world was too loud, it didn't have room for me. This place felt like it did. I stepped closer to the shrine, running my fingers over the rough stone. The carvings were intricate, almost alive under my touch. It's beautiful, like it doesn't belong in this world. Maybe it doesn't, but neither do you. I looked back at him, startled. He smiled softly, but there was something else there. Something fragile, like he wasn't sure how I'd respond. He totally lured us into the magic world. That's a strange way to compliment someone. He stepped closer, his hand brushing mine before he caught it, his fingers threading through mine again. Kai, where did you say you grew up? He paused, glancing away before answering. A small town near Akigawa Valley. The words came easily, but something about the way he said them made my stomach twist. And why did you move? You know why. For work. Then why did you tell me you came here when you were younger? I came here a lot, as a kid. My parents worked here. His hand brushed mine, grounding me for just a moment. Maybe I was overthinking. But then his eyes caught the moonlight, and for the briefest second they shimmered like amber. You're so weird, Kai. It takes one to know one. He rested his cheek against my hair, his hand squeezing mine gently. The world around us faded into the background. The stars, the shrine, the woods, all of it eclipsed by the steady rhythm of his breathing, the quiet hum of his presence. Oh, he can keep lying to me. I'm okay with that, chat. I'm in my grave. I think if I ever lost this place, it'd be okay, as long as I still had you. We walked back to the way we came from. You're awfully quiet tonight. Was I? No, you talked quite a lot, but I feel like you're not completely here with me. Just thinking. About what? I looked up at him, searching his face for answers. His smile faltered for just a second. Hey, I need you to trust me, okay? Sword fight. Yeah, pull it out. Let's have a sword fight right now. The woods grew quieter as he walked, the soft crunch of leaves beneath our feet blending with the faint hum of crickets. Kai's hand brushed against mine, and I glanced at him. He looked at me curiously, his head tilted slightly. What's on your mind? Something weird happened earlier. Kai slowed his pace, his hand slipping into his jacket pockets. Wait. The moonlight filtered through the branches, highlighting the puzzled look on his face. Weird how? There was this girl, Rin. She seemed off. Kai stopped walking, his brows furrowing slightly as he turned to face me. His expression was unreadable, his eyes searching mine. Rin. Out here? Yeah, she seemed scared. Like something was chasing her, or maybe she was running from something. Kai's gaze shifted towards the wood, his jaw tightening slightly. If she was scared, maybe it's something you shouldn't get involved in. The firmness in his tone caught me off guard. I stopped too, frowning at him. Why would you say that? Because sometimes people carry things they're not ready to share. Pressing them might only make it worse. I need to find that girl later and see what she's scared of. The way he spoke, deliberate and careful, sent a ripple of unease through me. Didn't feel like he was just talking about Rin. Felt like he was talking about himself. He reached for my hand instinctively, his touch grounding me. Maybe it's Rin's father. I forced a smile. Yeah, probably. Also, what I said about you trusting me, maybe I can't ask you too much about that, but could you please believe in me? Could I ask you to stay with me? Thought in my mind for a moment. Would I like to stay with Kai? I'm gonna be really mean here and say no. Chat, I'm trying to get the bad ending, okay? No, I'm good. Don't tell me the answer now. I'm scared to hear it. I just told you no. Let's go back home. You must be tired. And there I was. Asleep again, dreaming about the moments of my childhood. Sat on the streets again, next to the little pillow and box I left for the fox, my legs dangling over the edge. The night stretched endlessly above me, stars scattered like freckles across the deep blue sky. Beside me, the small fox curled up, its fur tangled and dusty, but its eyes sharp and curious. We've known each other for 5 days, and I never missed a single day where I didn't visit him. Here, it's not much, but it's better than nothing, right? The fox's nose twitched as it chewed, ears flicking at the sound of my voice. I leaned back in my palms, feeling the rough concrete scrape against my palms. You're not picky. I like that about you. Me? I can't even decide what to eat half the time. Or what to say, or what to do with my life. The fox tilted its head, its gaze fixed on me like it actually understood. I laughed quietly, but it came out more like a breath. Mrs. Porter said I need to apply myself. What does that even mean? I stayed up all night cramming for that stupid test, and I still bombed it, like always. The fox crept closer, its paws barely making a sound. It rested its head lightly on my knee, and the warmth of it felt steadier than anything I'd had all day. My mom, she doesn't get it. She just keeps saying, "You're smarter than this," like that's supposed to help. It doesn't. It just makes me feel worse, like maybe I'm not smart enough, or maybe I'll never be enough. I sighed and leaned back, farther, letting my shoulders slump. The rain above swirled in patterns I couldn't name, and I wondered if they ever felt lost too. I'm not a Disney princess, chat. I'm a Disney prince. You're lucky, you know. No tests, no expectations, no one breathing down your neck. Just you and the wind, and whatever this is we're doing. The fox let out a soft sound, something between a whimper and a sigh, and nudged my hand with its nose. I smiled and ran my fingers through its fur, careful not to press too hard. Bet you don't even care if I get another bad grade, or if I forget to text someone back, or if I just want to sit here and talk to a fox instead of people. The fox licked my fingers, gentle and quick, like it didn't want me to feel alone. My chest ached in that strange, hollow way that felt both better and worse at the same time. Yeah, I knew you'd understand. You're probably the best listener I've ever met. I scratched behind its ears, and its eyes closed, as if this moment was enough. As if I was enough. The fox's ears twitched, but it stayed closed, leaning into my touch. Wanted to keep it there forever, but I knew better. I'll come back, though, tomorrow, and the day after, I promise. The fox looked up at me, its tail flickering lightly, and I felt the promise settle inside me, warm and solid. Patted its head one last time before I stood up, brushing dust off my jeans. Don't forget me, okay? Not that you would. You're too smart for that. I climbed down the ladder, and when I glanced back up, the fox was still there, watching. Didn't move until I disappeared from view, and even then I hoped it wouldn't leave. Not yet. Hey, let me call you Kai from now on. That is the plot twist that we all saw coming, I'm sure. The morning sunlight filtered weakly through the curtains, but the usual warmth of the day was absent. The house felt too quiet. Glanced at the clock on the wall. Clock reference. Kai shouldn't have left for work yet. Kai? You there? There was no answer. My chest tightened as I searched the house, his absence pressing against me like a weight. His jacket was gone, but his shoes were still by the door. Where did you go? My eyes fell on the corkboard. The note from last night. Going to work. Love you. Heart. It was still pinned there, mocking me with its normalcy. I burst out of my small apartment and ran with all my strength. I went faster and faster. I knew where I was going. The place that Kai led me last night. The shrine in the woods. The woods were darker than they should have been. Trees casting long shadows despite the sunlight filtering through the canopy. I moved cautiously, calling Kai's name into the stillness. Kai! This isn't funny. If you're messing with me, you win. Just come out. The only response was the rustle of leaves in the wind. Chill crawled down my spine. The further I went, the darker the woods became. The air felt heavier, thick with something I couldn't name. Then I saw it. A small ancient shrine hidden among the trees. The stone surface was cracked and worn, moss creeping over its edges like a second skin. My breath hitched as I stepped closer. There was an energy here, palpable and strange. It hummed in the air, making my skin prickle. Scattered around the shrine were old notes and papers. Their edges curled and yellowed with age. I feel like this CG just came in a little too soon. Crouched down, picking one up with trembling hands. Then I stumbled upon the creaky wooden wall of the shrine. My vision was fading. I blacked out. Wait, was I supposed to see that? Kai! Kai! I raced my steps to catch the little fox, my best friend now. This was my 8th day feeding him and taking care of him. But something was wrong. Kai's body had tensed, his tail low and stiff. His eyes darted around, wide and alert. He looked scared. Not of me, but of something I couldn't see. Hey, what's wrong? It's just me. You were nice to a sentient godly fox, so you got stolen as his wife? But I'm a man! Don't tell me I'm his male wife! Oh no, I already cooked for him. I knelt, reaching out slowly, but Kai stepped back, paws scraping nervously against the pavement. Man, this is like that canon Pokemon story where what are they called? Oh no, I forget what it's called. Where this Pokemon stole a woman and then just had kids with her. It made her his wife. I knelt, reaching slowly. Typhlosion lore! Yeah! Oh man, definitely not based on real Japanese folklore. Definitely all Pokemon. Wasn't even a woman? No, yeah it was. Yeah it was. The story with the Typhlosion? Yeah, it was like a... It wasn't an adult woman. Oh no. I knelt, reaching out slowly. But Kai stepped back, paws scraping nervously against the pavement. Look, old mythology is fucked up, okay guys? Get over it. Get over it. My chest tightened. Kai, it's okay. I'm here. Don't do this. Kai's ears twitched, and for a moment, he looked at me. Really looked, like he wanted to trust me, but couldn't ignore whatever fear had gripped him. Then he turned, his small body trembling as he took another step away. Re-traumatized us, based. No, wait, please don't go. But his tail flickered, and before I could move, he bolted. My breath hitched as I watched him disappear down the alley, leaving me standing there, heart pounding and empty. That was the last time I saw him. When I came back on the 9th day, he was nowhere to be found. The only trace of him was the food and pillows I left for him. I gasped heavily as I woke up, still in the shrine. Papers nearby or journals on the desk? Papers nearby. Picked up the scattered piece of paper on the floor. A lot of those were messily written and scrawled out rushed. Kitsune, guardians of the spirit world, able to shift between human and fox forms. Am I dead? The words blurred as my mind raced. My blood ran cold as I skimmed further. They protect, but they hunt too. Able to create illusions, making moments that had never existed before. Yo, QPC, by the way, thank you for the gifted subs today. Much appreciated, okay? Thanks a lot. I appreciate that a lot, actually. Thank you, thank you. The realization hit me like a tidal wave, my breath catching in my throat. The journals on the desk. The books on the desk and the poorly maintained area of the shrine attracted me. This is such pretty art, though. I love it. It's so good. I love Kitsune, like, art and stuff like that. Nine-tailed foxes. Awesome. The books on the desks and the poorly maintained area of the shrine attracted me. I had a feeling they had to do something with me. I skimmed through most of the words. Kai Yamori. Age unknown. Seemingly a strong fox spirit that had just regained the statue of a nine-tailed kitsune. Status? Very dangerous. Was there like a hunter? I continued to skim through it. Is good friends with the old Kitsune leader, Kitsune, and is expected to become the leader of the tribe one day. Currently messing around in Tokyo with a normal citizen named Clock. I felt sick, but I continued. On the 3rd of January, the operation of sealing him will begin. This is because he is expected to visit the shrines for Hatsu mode. When enclosed in the woods, the exorcists will gather and put spiritual seals and charms over him. This is the end of Kai Yamori, the rotten fox that has decided to plague the beautiful land of Japan. How is that plague? How is that a plague? Having gathered all the information I could, I stood up, my mind reeling with what I had just read. Get him sealed! Seal planned. I do so. No, dude. No, someone actually said pronounce Kitsune. I said I was just joking. Don't worry. I've been saying Kitsune the whole time. I just made a joke one time. Bad. My bad. Seal planned, January 3rd. Shrine location established. Contact line 050XXXXXXXXX. But thank you. My eyes lingered on the number. My stomach churned with doubt. But my hands acted on their own, pulling my phone from my pocket. I stared at the screen for what felt like an eternity before dialing. Yeah, it's actually pronounced Kitsune. Yeah. X. Yeah. The phone clicked after a few rings. A deep voice answered, calm and deliberate. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill our boyfriend, by the way, first. He didn't do anything wrong. He's innocent. He's bewitching me. This is the Yokai Preservation Unit. State your purpose. I hesitated, my voice barely above a whisper. I have information about a kitsune, a nine-tailed one. The line went silent for a moment, and I nearly hung up. Location. Yeah, it's you, Cat. We're sealing you up. We have to put you away. My throat felt dry as I forced out the words. A shrine in the Akigawa woods. He's there now. We'll handle it. Stay clear of the area. Before I could respond, the line went dead. Tell the whole village about calling someone a witch back in the day. No, I would never. I stood there, phone clutched tightly in my hand. My phone tight with guilt and fear. In fact, Chad, I'd probably be outed as the town freak. Kai's footsteps broke the silence. He walked into the clearing, his amber eyes meeting mine. We always gotta do bad ending first, chat. You've been busy. His voice was calm, but there was a faint edge to it. My hands instinctively moved behind my back, hiding the phone. Oh, we looked in the journal. That was the journal was the Exorcists. I've been thinking. Kai tilted his head, studying me. About what? About us. About everything. Kai stepped closer, his expression softening. You know, don't you? I nodded my head, dropping to the ground. And you're still here. His voice carried a note of hope that twisted something inside me. Whatever you're thinking, you don't have to be afraid. I'll protect you. Always. The words felt like a knife to my chest. Couldn't bring myself to respond. His voice cracked. Please, let's talk about it. I'm so sorry, Clock. I'm so sorry. Please. Kai's voice broke, trembling with desperation. He reached out, his fingers hovering inches from mine. Please, don't push me away. Whatever it is you've read, whatever you're feeling, I'll explain everything. I couldn't bring myself to meet his gaze. The weight of the phone in my pocket felt unbearable. Its presence a damning reminder of what I'd done. You lied to me. Kai flinched as if I'd struck him. He lowered his hand, his shoulders slumping. I know I did, and I hate myself for it. But I swear to you, it wasn't to hurt you. I didn't know how to tell you the truth. So you made me live in a lie instead? I was scared. His voice rose, cracking under the weight of his emotions, his hands clenched into fists at his sides. Scared of losing you, scared of being alone. You're the only person who's ever made me feel human. You should have trusted me. I know, but I'm trusting you now. Whatever happens, whatever you decide, just know that I love you. That's the only thing I never lied about. But before I could say anything, the distant sound of footsteps echoed through the woods. Run, Clock, run! I'll hold them off! Well, they're after you, not me, actually. Instead of running, I had stood still. Kai had turned to look at me, confusion flickering in his amber eyes. Clock, you need to go. I'll be fine. Before he said anything further, I pushed him down. Oh my lord, in front of everybody! Caught off guard, it was easy to make him tumble and restrain him, putting my entire weight against his body. He wiggled and struggled, trying to break free. This is the bad ending, chat. I'm a bad boy. My hands kept slipping as I tried to hold him still, but then an added weight helped me. I looked up to see one of the mysterious men also holding him down. Then more came to restrain his other limbs, successfully holding him captive. This is the Bukkake ending, chat. A larger, more menacing figure went towards us, placed a hand on my shoulder. On instinct, I let go, and he took my place. Kai started to protest, swatting and fighting the group. I shouldn't have burnt my pancakes, bitch! The forest grew busier as they prepared for something. Should have stole that bracelet, brother. Candles were lit, sigils were drawn, and Kai... You should have liked our garlic meat! You're so base, chat. Kai sat in the middle of it all, forced to kneel, and bound by tight red ropes. Again, he struggled, and squirmed for freedom, but as his gaze caught mine, he froze. With eyes that screamed betrayal and weeps of a broken heart, he hung his head low. The robed men then surrounded him in a circle, while chanting in an unknown language. Yet strangely enough, it seemed to affect the fox, which was now howling in pain and anguish. Kai flailed and threw his body onto the ground as if he were having a bad seizure, worsening when the chant got louder. Kai had started to howl, his cries piercing the air with raw pain and anguish. Foxes don't really howl. They do, like, technically the term is howl, but trust me when I say this, if you've ever heard foxes, like, make noise, it don't sound like no dog, okay? Why? The words were barely audible, but I felt their weight in my chest like a boulder, and then... silence. Yeah, it's more like a yowl. A yip. Kai's body lay motionless at the center of the ritual, his once vibrant presence reduced to a quiet stillness. We were betrayed first, to be fair, yeah, we were. Sat alone in the dimly lit room, the weight of the day pressing heavily on my chest. My hands trembled as I reached for the notes still pinned to the corkboard, his handwriting, so familiar, so filled with love. Going to work. Love you. Heart. Kai was gone. Closed my eyes. You let them take him. Her Her words were a dagger, sharp and unforgiving. Couldn't bring myself to respond. I trusted you, and you betrayed him. I woke up from the dream, out of breath. Ending 2. Bad ending. Yeah, I figured that was the bad ending. Alright, let's, wait. I don't know what the skip button is, but let's go back to the beginning and let's give him a big smooch, okay, chance? Let's give him a big smooch, okay? Let's give him the big smooch, okay? Kiss. Hey, did you forget to kiss your precious partner? Oh, what? He turned bright red and faced away. What's with that reaction? It's absolutely nothing. Sounded like a dying rat. Bye! Suddenly slammed the door. Looked at the place he was standing in a moment ago, wondering if he would be okay. Was consoled by the fact that he was a grown man and could suffice on his own. Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, that's the screenshot. Okay, that's this. R? Does anyone know the default skip button for a REMP visual novel? V? V?
Self-voice.
Nope, no self-voicing, please. Control. There we go, it's control. Found it. My boyfriend. Oh, for how long? 3 years. What? How come I've never seen him before? You should have introduced him to me. Okay, this is the same text. We just get less dialogue. Hey Liz, we're finishing the game now, but I hope you enjoyed Sonic. That's a good movie. Okay, are you alright? A pair of fox ears disappeared from my line of view. Okay, this is the same. Okay, we're gonna be skipping a lot, by the way, YouTube. We'll get back to that good ending soon. Let's help him with his bag. Reached out to take his bag, but he quickly pulled it back. No, I've got it. You don't have to do everything for me, you know? But I want to. He was clearly reluctant about the bag, but allowed me to handle it. He set his bag down by the couch and he followed me into the living room. This is the same, okay. Hi, Panna Ann. Hey. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I'm Clock. Haha. You'd look planning to buy yourself a diamond necklace. Shot me a look, his lips twitching into a smirk.
I'd look stunning in emeralds. Thank you very much.
Okay, he says that no matter what. Yeah, it is. I think I just hold it. I want everything. Please buy me everything. Thank you very much. Oh Lord, what have I done? One day, I promise. Why not look at the simple rings now? This question hung in the air for a moment longer than it should have, and I felt heat creep up. Okay, that's the same. Let's say earrings this time. I've been eyeing the earrings. It's designed simple but elegant, with tiny charms shaped like stars. This would suit you. Not too flashy, but just enough to stand out. Thought about this a lot, haven't you? Gold digger tie? He ain't got no gold. Brother's only got boogers. Maybe. Glass the earring. You're being weird today, you know that? Okay, yeah. Skip. Let's give him that sushi this time. Made your favorite, Inari sushi. You spoil me too much. He sat down at the table and fiddled with his chopsticks, tapping them lightly on the edge of his plate as I placed the dishes in front of him. Took a bite and let out an exaggerated sigh, leaning back in his chair. Fox sushi, quite literally. You're amazing. Marry me. You've never met my mom, Kai. That doesn't mean I can't ask again. He flashed that cheeky grin and I rolled my eyes, but couldn't stop myself from smiling. We got no money though? Don't worry, I cooked it. The room was cozy, lit by the warm glow of the television. Kai was sprawled on the couch, his head resting on a pillow, while I sat cross-legged on the floor, attempting to solve a jigsaw puzzle that I found buried under some old books. You could help, you know. Okay, this is the same. Let's go stargazing, yeah. Kai looked at me, his eyes sparkling with determination. Deal. Prepared to be amazed. Got to work, his tongue poking out slightly as he concentrated. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Both laughing so hard. Okay. Wow, you really put in the effort. I'm impressed. Told you, I'm a genius. Now about that reward. You're lucky you're cute. I know. Chop now, chop. I've earned this. Okay, there we go. Why did you move? This all happened 3 years ago? You used to live in the forest? Sky scratched. Okay.
Wait. Just continue listening to my story.
It's the same, so we're gonna be skipping. I promise. Accept it. Before I could finish, he closed the distance between us, his lips brushing mine softly. Kiss scene! Jingle, jangle, jingle! Kiss, kiss, kiss! It was warm, tender, and completely disarming. With tongue. Chat, what the hell, man? When he pulled back, his eyes searched mine for a reaction, and I knew my flustered expression gave everything away. Was that okay? More than okay. He grinned, his thumb gently brushing against my cheek.
Not.
Good, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. I could see galaxies unfolding in your eyes. And you waited until now? The stars deserve to see it too. I laughed, sound light and free, as I rested my head against his shoulder again. The night stretched on, but neither of us seemed to care. For that moment, under the endless glittering sky, everything felt perfect. Okay, back to sleep. Skip, amazing! Really? You think so? I'm not dumb, and I know that this is quite bad, but your words made me feel a lot better. I'll improve in cooking. For you, I'll do everything. He had his hands in a fist and raised it up determined. We're doing the good ending now, Gardania, but we're also skipping a little bit, so we just did the kiss scene. Kai sat across from me, watching intently as I poked it. Okay, food wasn't the problem. Okay, there we go. Let's skip. This we all saw. Sorry about taking his time. He goes to work. Okay. He said Korean instant noodles. Let's try instant noodles. Oh, the new... Where's the bag of chips you just put in here? Oh, is that just the same? It doesn't matter what you pick. Fuck! It doesn't matter what you picked. No! Okay. No one will hear you scream. Where are you leading me? I'm obviously leading you to enclose you in a pit for eternity. I'm joking. Why are you giving me that look? Almost like you don't trust your amazing boyfriend. I'm gonna kill Kai. Yes, this time I didn't tell him. He raised his hand to his heart dramatically, as if he got stabbed. We're almost there. He stopped abruptly, his hand slipping from mine. For a brief moment, I felt unmoored, the absence of his touch more jarring than I expected. Close your eyes. Okay, this is the same. Wait, I thought I saw something. Okay, no. Okay. The woods grew quieter as we walked, the soft crunch of leaves beneath our... Okay. His head tilted slightly. What's on your mind? Something weird happened earlier. Okay. Would I like to stay with Kai? Yes, I would. Don't tell me the answer now. I'm scared to hear it. Let's go back home. You must be tired. Hi. And there I was. Sleep again. Okay, let's skip the dream. Okay. Now we're getting close to the ending, okay? Journals on the desk. Cat, these were the journals, by the way. The journals are, like... Skim through most of the words. Yeah. Kayamori, age unknown, seemingly a strong fox spirit that had just regained the status of a nine-tailed kitsune. This is just, like, the Exorcist journals. The notes are something else. Okay. Felt sick, but continued. Okay. Help him. I stumbled outside the shrine, and I was greeted with Kai, standing amidst the chaos of glowing seals and spiritual energy. His back was to me, his shoulders tense. The faint amber glow of his eyes reflected off the shrine's cracked surface as he turned to look at me. His gaze softened instantly, a mix of guilt and longing flickering across his face. You came. I stepped closer, my hands trembling, unsure of what to say. The truth of what he was, the illusions, the memories, everything had shaken me. I still trust you. I know, but it doesn't change how I feel about you. It's pretty dumb. He looked down, his expression twisting with regret.
2 hours later.
Brother, it's literally the end of the game. I never meant for it to go this far. I wanted you to look at me the way you do now. To want me, even if you knew the truth. I couldn't stand the thought of losing you, even if it meant weaving a world of lies. I just wanted to stay by your side. You're an idiot. He smiled at me. You're always so good with words. I'm an idiot too. You came to me because you're you. And the reason I like you is because you're you. and who you are is someone who's an idiot. What are you trying to say? I love you. He gently held my hand, his eyes glowing. Oh, by the way, exorcists. I know. Those batch of fools. And I'm worried you don't have to be. The ground beneath us trembled as the exorcists emerged from the trees, their chants growing louder. The seals around the shrine flared brighter, their light harsh and unforgiving.
Not.
I tricked the love of my life. How hard would it be to make some conspiracy theorists forget my existence? The chants died down, the footsteps becoming arrayed and frantic. He's got ribbons. I just wanted to see if you would come to warn me. I was too guilty to tell you the truth. I paused for a while, letting the silence sink in between us. A relieved sigh came from my lips, despite everything. We just avoided a dangerous fate. What's after this? What do you mean? You coming back? Wait. Save. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Are you coming back, or I just want to hear my boyfriend's plans? Yeah, I just want to hear my boyfriend's plans. Boyfriend? That's what I said. Boyfriend? After all of that? Right. You didn't consider that you were my type since the beginning, and you decided to send illusions instead. He blushed. Get him pregnant. Don't worry, chat. We're fucking the fox. You're a type? I'm sorry. I'm glitching and repeating everything you say. As your boyfriend, I would like to hold my partner's hand as we go home together, if you would allow it. The following weeks were peaceful, a return to the quiet domesticity we'd built together. Kai, ever the mischievous charmer, seemed lighter now. Less burdened, more at ease, and yet he didn't forget the responsibilities he'd left behind. So, Rin's coming over today. You mean the fox girl who was cursing your name in the street? How'd you convince her? I promised her I'd actually start teaching her again. Plus, I may have bribed her with snacks. You're crazy. Kai pulled me close, his arms wrapping around me in a warm embrace. And yet you love me anyway. Don't let it go to your head. Later, I watched from the porch as Kai sat cross-legged on the grass, patiently explaining something to Rin. Her fox-shaped earrings glinted in the setting sun as she scribbled notes furiously, her brows furrowed in concentration. This would be easier if you weren't so bad at explaining things. Hey, watch it, kid. I'm doing you a favor here. You owe me. You skipped out on years of lessons. Kai laughed, the sound light and free before ruffling her hair. No. You're explaining it all wrong. Oh, or maybe you're just not paying attention. I don't know how you ever became a teacher. Pure charm, obviously. I leaned against the doorframe, smiling as I watched them bicker. Rin caught my eye and waved enthusiastically. Hey, Clock, tell him he's a terrible teacher. Why is the kid huge? The kid's just closer, that's all, dude. It's perspective. Kid's closer to us, obviously. She's talking to us. Don't listen to her. She's just mad I'm better at illusions than she is. Rin waved her arms furiously. Alright. I'll make it up to you. We'll start with the basics and work our way up. Deal? Deal, but no more running off, okay? Kai glanced back at me, his amber eyes glowing softly in the fading light. He also doesn't have amber eyes. No more running. I've got everything I need right here. It's probably just a translation error, though. That night, as we lay tangled together in the quiet of our room, Kai traced slow, lazy patterns on my arm. You know, I think this is the first time in forever, really, that I felt like I belonged somewhere. You always belonged. You just didn't see it. Kai pressed a kiss to my temple, his voice a low murmur against my skin. I see it now, and it's because of you. I tilted my head to look at him, my heart swelling at the warmth in his eyes. As I rested my head against his chest, the steady rhythm of his heartbeat lulled me into a peaceful haze. For the first time, the future felt wide open, filled with endless possibilities. Ending 1. Happily ever after. Hey, there we go. All endings to Ninefold Promise. That was a fun game. I actually quite enjoyed the story. It was short, but it was pretty decent. Obviously, there was some translation errors, and obviously, you know, not a huge production value on the mic, on the voice acting, but to have partial voice acting at all, and the guy had a nice voice, I think we can appreciate that much and say he did a decent job with what they had to work with, right? Plus, this game was made in a month. It's pretty hard to make visual novels, and this one was kind of long. It was almost like an hour and a little bit, if you go for all the endings, so... I mean, all in all, I think that was a really great game, and the art's top-notch. Art was 10 out of 10, and yes, I agree, chat. I do like the cheesiness. I love cheesy boys and girls, so that's my thing. I'm cheesy in IRL. I like to see it, okay? Can I get a hydrate check, too, by the way? You know, there was a lot of sloppy mpreg right after that, by the way. Right after. Cute story? Yeah, tons of sloppy mpreg right away. Plap, 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 as they say. As the kids say, you know? But I probably end up blushing a blushing mess, or get mad at me. Remind me how single I am. Oh, I'm so sorry. Trust me, these are just to hold you off, okay? Yeah, as the kids say. Yeah. Real. Don't worry, chat. There's someone out there for everyone. You just gotta keep looking, okay? Don't give up. You gotta keep looking. You gotta keep trying, okay? And have fun while you do it, okay? I'm not the bottom. Anyways, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a bunch. If you could please clock that like button and subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you're gonna like the rest of my channel, okay? Seriously, we do daily uploads on the YouTube, almost daily streams on the Twitch. We play visual novels, indie horror games, every day on the channel, pretty much. So yeah, please do that. Please help me out. We recently hit 27,000 subscribers. Freaking crazy, amazing. Thank you all so much. Every single one of you guys. I read all your comments, and you're all amazing, okay? And with that, I think that's everything. Oh, art event on the Discord. Please join the Discord, the community Discord, link in the description on YouTube. Please join it. Click it if you want to join the community, the Clockwork community. It's great. You're all my gears, and you're awesome. I talk in there all the time. We have people talking in there all the time, having fun, sharing their art, and they're just having fun, really. We have 2 weeks until Valentine's, our art event for the server. Draw your favorite OTP, one true pairing if you don't know. Basically, just a couple for in anything, as long as it's not NSFW, because I want to put it on YouTube to show everybody your art. So please, yeah, join, make some art, and enter your art before Valentine's Day, and we'll have a big stream on Valentine's Day showing off everyone's art, okay? And it'll be a lot of fun. And if you don't have any ideas, maybe you're like, I don't have a ship, you can always just draw a clock with someone funny, okay? And we accept any art of any skill level, okay? But if you don't have any ideas, I've already said it, you could draw Shrek with clock if you want. If you want to make a joke ship, that's perfectly fine too, okay? Anyways, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Peace and out. Peace. Clock at X Ginger. Yeah, Clock at X Ginger is pretty good. Shrock is crazy. I forgot to mention, so it's actually kind of interesting when he dies, by the way. I guess I'll leave this in for YouTube. When he dies, he gave up, like when he gets killed in the Exorcist ending. I forgot to mention that. That was really interesting to me. He points it out in the good ending. Like, he says, I knew they were coming. I mean, obviously, they left their journals in his house, essentially. So he knew they were coming. So he purposely said, if I can't love you, I'd rather die without you. Isn't that crazy? That's cheesy as fuck, bro. There's always fish in the sea. You're immortal. He's too heartbroken. Yeah, that is sad, yeah. He literally said, there's no point in living without you anyways. Kinda, I just saw that. I just wanted to point that out. I just wanted to mention that, okay? I just wanted to say that. That's all. That's all. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, chat. Sorry to leave off on a sad note. I just thought it was really romantic, okay? I like romantic stuff. That's why I play these games, okay? If you ever think that I don't enjoy this because chat's a big butt and I'm a straight guy, I just enjoy romance. Seriously. I just enjoy it. I read it. I watch it. It doesn't matter to me what genders are at play, what I'm looking at. I don't care. I like romance, okay? So, anyways, yeah, we love romance on this channel. I also love horror, so I try to stick to the yandere games. By the way, there's a yandere game there's a yandere game jam going on right now. This was a yandere game. And there's more to come soon, I'm sure, throughout the month. So please, keep an eye out on the channel. We're going to be playing lots of yandere games as they come out, okay? I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. Anyways, now peace out. Peace. Peace for real. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Love you. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm going to throw a brick at your head. Bye.